So all right, I think we are streaming. I will take a moment. Let's see. To find my slides. Sorry, all these things. Okay, here we go. I think we're doing fine. I'm going to share my entire screen, which is not how I normally do things. I'm going to go over to preview. Oh, not that. There. All right. Okay, good. I think we got it all under control. And if not, well, that's okay. Welcome, everybody. It's the We Believe in Comics Friday Night Comics Workshop at SAW. We're a nonprofit comics school. You can find our courses and other stuff that we do at learn.sawcomics.org. What else? I never know what is next. I think you guys can see my whole screen, right? There, I'll just zoom it out. What's next? Coming soon. We have, oh, look, see, if I'm not sharing my screen, I got it. There we go. Okay, so we have some courses coming up. There's still a chance to get on Jess Rollifson's course and this Beth Tremblay course and some other courses. Go take a look. Next week, we have Lily Harris. It's Friday the 13th, y'all. So we're drawing Unlucky Memories. Bootlegger's Guide to Story still happening. Starts October 11th, I think. Story Structure with Beth Tremblay starting soon. If you want to make it down real quick, October 16th, Tommy Parrish is teaching for a week in person. And SAW survives from tuitions and donations. Thank you for donating. It helps pay the artists, helps keep these free. You can support us a bunch of ways. I'll put it in the chat, Comics Workshop, PayPal, Patreon, stuff like that. Oh, look, you can also buy a t-shirt. We just made this t-shirt. Go to our link tree. You can find it. You can also be a sustaining member. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, great. We're ready to start. Please, no inappropriate speech or imagery, no trolling or hate speech or explicit anything, etc. Please keep it PG-13. Share what you do tonight on Friday night on social media with the hashtag Friday Night Comics. And at Comics Workshop, and Amy is at Amy Kurzweil, and I'll put that in the chat. And you can also share work at members.sawcomics.org. Oops. See, you're all seeing behind the screen.
Ooh.
Oops.
Ooh, can I speak?
The robot.
Welcome, Amy Kurzweil. We are so happy to have you at SAW. We are excited for your new book and excited for you to lead us humans in a workshop this evening.
All right. Well, there we are.
Amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Robot.
Oh my God, I didn't record that. I'm gonna have to stick it on. Or recording. So, Amy, you have a new book and you have a workshop, and I'm gonna hand it over to you. I will be quiet and entering things in the chat to summarize things, but if you need me, just holler.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Tom. That was wonderful. I like seeing behind the scenes. I feel like that goes with the vibe tonight. So, hi everyone. I'm Amy Kurzweil. I'm coming to you from San Francisco, where it's Fleet Week and there's fighter jets flying over my head, although I think they've just stopped. But hopefully you can hear me and everything's cool. So I'm here to draw robots with you, and we're also doing a raffle for my new book, which comes out October 17th. It's called Artificial, a Love Story. So at the end, we're going to do a raffle, and 4 of you are going to win a book, which is exciting. So my new book features a robot of sorts. My book is about this chat bot that my father and I built that writes in my grandfather's voice. It's also about, family and memory. And when I first started this book, most people didn't know what chatbots were, and didn't know what large language models were. And now that's not the case. Now there is a lot of fear and anxiety about AI in the air, understandably. And as I was working on this book, I came to see the project, this sort of family archive chatbot project, as this really positive project, in distinction to some of the stuff I was sort of hearing and thinking about AI in the public. And it occurred to me that like the more we envision positive incarnations of AI, maybe that will go a small way in terms of actualizing those positive visions of AI. So, the project of my book is a chatbot in the name of love, and today we're going to be drawing robots in the name of positive things that we want to see in the world. So that's our goal. So the way my classes work, I also wanted to shout out to my Patreon students who are here, because I teach monthly classes on Patreon. We do stuff like this. Some of you are here. It's really nice to see you. If you want to join me on Patreon for more classes, you can find me there, Amy Kurzweil. Okay, so the plan for the class is we're going to do some warm-ups. Then we're going to look at some images, and then we're going to draw a 4-panel cartoon together. And then we'll share, and then we'll do the raffle. And hopefully we'll hear more robot voices. All right. So my first warm-up is I always have people draw a self-portrait at the beginning of class. So we're going to do a 60-second self-portrait. I like to do self-portraits on a small piece of paper. So I'll give you just 10 seconds to get settled for that. And the prompt is to draw yourself as a robot, obviously. So I am going to switch to my drawing cam. And setting the timer. Ready.
How long do we get?
Go. 60 seconds.
Oh boy. Alun, we are drawing ourselves as a robot. 60 seconds. 60 seconds, draw ourselves as a robot. I don't think it matters if it's full size or just face, but
yeah, any way you want to draw yourself. I love drawing robots because they're just made of shapes. Oh, and that robot has like weirdly human hands, but it's okay. Here's my hair. And that is our timer. So take another second to finish up. My robot is set to fun. All right. Okay. If you want to just hold up your drawings so we can see them.
I'm going to remove your spotlight for 1 second and that'll give it.
Yeah, let's get the gallery view.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Wow, there are a lot of you.
Go a couple screens in.
Awesome. All right, post those, please. Tag me, tag Saw. All right, next we are going to do a warm-up for our brains. So that was a warm-up for our hands. And now we are going to do a warm-up for our minds. Can everyone see my shared screen?
Yeah.
All right. So I tend to like to start my comics and cartoons with a free write. I feel like a free write just allows me to kind of empty my mind of ideas. And for those of you who are familiar with free writes, you've done this before, but for those of you who aren't, a free write is where you just let your hand keep moving without stopping. So you are going to engage with this question: what do you want technology to do in the world? What needs might it help you satisfy? What can it help you solve? And you might also be thinking about what you don't want it to do in the world and what you want it to be doing differently. So we're going to free write for 5 minutes. You will not have to share this with anyone, and it doesn't have to make sense. And it's just a way to empty your mind. So I'm going to set another timer. And
okay, I just typed all that in. How long do we have for this?
5 minutes.
Okay.
On your mark, get set, and go. Got 3 more minutes. And if you've got a particularly good one, you're free to drop it in the chat.
Oh my God, so sorry.
Yeah, the robot animals.
Oh, answer emails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good one in the chat. Help people communicate better. Yes, no more guns.
We will probably get the opposite. Smarter guns.
Just 1 more minute. That's how I feel about dissolving the leaf blowers. That's how I feel about the fighter jets. Wow, these are great. Give people more freedom, feed people, doesn't take away human connection. Yeah, connects people to the natural world. Yeah, maybe technology is doing too much for us. How can technology help technology do less for us? I love that. Go back in time. Universal translator, bring peace, love, redistribute wealth. Yeah. All right.
Identify and eliminate billionaires. I like that.
Or at least redistribute their wealth. Yeah, these are awesome. These are great. All right, so let's look at some cartoons and comics, and then we will all come back to our ideas, and that's going to be our fodder for our cartoons. So let me just get my screen right here. Yeah, so we're going to be drawing 4-panel cartoons, but I want to start by meeting some robots in single-panel cartoons. I'm just going to introduce you to some of my favorite robots from New Yorker cartoon history, because I'm also a New Yorker cartoonist. And I have found that the cartoons in single-panel New Yorker, the robots in single-panel New Yorker cartoons tend to be sort of exercising some particular fear or desire we have for technology. Here we have Navid and Davian. They don't appear to want to take over, they just want to dance. And for me, this visualizes our desire for technology to be truly creative, like really tap into artistry. And of course, it's also expressing our desire for technology not to colonize us and take us over. And I just love the way these robots are drawn. They're so expressive and cute. And they really neutralize the sort of fear that we might have about technology. And then we have robot Sisyphus. This is for me, this is a silent one. And for me, this cartoon visualizes my desire for technology to help me with my menial, never-ending tasks, especially the jobs that physically hurt me. And what's key for me in this cartoon is that Sisyphus is not eliminated. Sisyphus is relaxed. He is reading. He's got a little drink with a, umbrella in it. He's a part of the picture, right? He's not eliminated, but he's freed from the sort of menial tasks, menial toil. And then here we have Kim Warp. Listen, buddy, this wasn't my dream of the future either. What I find funny and interesting about this visualization is that even though the robot is helping the human do chores, some things have not changed, right? The human still has to work with the robot. It's almost like once robots become true companions to us, they're just going to have the same kind of problems that humans have, and be annoyed that they have to do the dishes together. And I just like this vision of robots and humans collaborating and really working together. And that might prove to be frustrating, but it's still sort of a worthy collaboration. And then here we have my favorite, maybe my favorite robots from cartoon history. This is Tom Chitty. Can't we go 5 minutes without you checking your flower? And this one's obviously funny because of the reversal of, the robot checking the natural world, and we, as part of the natural world, are constantly checking technology. But I just really love this as a vision of, I think somebody in the chat said as much, technology that cares and protects nature. This is such a funny and lovely expression of robots caring about the natural world. Wouldn't that be nice? So robots in cartoons are often a visual metaphor for what we do or don't want technology to do. And they are also a reflection of certain human impulses and human desires. And that's another thing I found really interesting about AI. Something that comes up a lot in my book is how AI reflects something about humanity that we may not have understood or considered. And potentially it can help us understand ourselves more deeply and really understand what we care about and where we find meaning in our lives. So you can think about the robot characters that you're going to create in your cartoons as a visualization for certain human impulses and human desires. And so with that in mind, we are going to look at our 4-panel comic that will serve as a model for us. This is, of course, Calvin and Hobbes, one of my favorite cartoons ever. And here we have Calvin is using a robot disguise. Okay, so he's put a box on his body and he's scooching across the kitchen floor. And he says, "Greetings, I am an X387 robot probe sent from Jupiter. My sensors indicate trace amounts of chocolate in the pantry. Please load some in my scoop for analysis. No, you'll spoil your appetite. My mission must not fail. Prepare for annihilation, pitiful Earth female. Go back to Jupiter X3, whatever." All right, so Calvin is using the robot disguise to ask for what he really wants. I like that. I think that's a great kind of metaphor for what robot cartoons can do, and in this case, what robot dress up can do. So let's see what we can learn from the way this cartoon is structured. I feel like Calvin and Hobbes is just every strip is a perfect exercise in narrative structure. So we are going to follow this structure when we, in a minute, work on our cartoons, our 4-panel cartoons. So the first panel establishes the setting and the stakes. So where are we and what's happening? We see that Calvin has disguised himself as a robot with a box and that he's scooching across his house. Then the robot is introduced, and we get this introduction across panel 2 and 3. And then the robot encounters a challenge at the end of panel 3, right? No, you can't pursue your mission because I'm onto you. And then there's a reaction to the challenge and a resolution, right? And so it's very simple, and we're going to follow this structure when we work on our cartoon in a second. I also want to see quickly what we can learn from this cartoon that is a sort of general comics principles. So Calvin and Hobbes is drawn so simply, and yet you really understand everything you need to understand in order to get the story. You all might be familiar with this concept of closure that comes from Scott McCloud, this idea that you don't need to draw the whole thing in order for us to get it. And echoes in various ways across the narrative that, you know, we don't need all the information in order to know what's happening. So you can just put a tiny little few lines and we get that there's a picture frame. And when we're drawing comics quickly, that's a really important principle to keep in mind, is that you don't need to draw the whole lamp. You can just put a little circle and, you know, gesture at the lampshade. And then the same goes for the characters. If you draw them once clearly and we establish who they are, then we really get the humor in this funny disguise, and we don't need to keep seeing it in full every time. So, you know, you can work with that to save you time. I also find that small details go a long way to establish setting and character. So in this case, Calvin's mom is clearly sorting through bills at the kitchen table, and that detail just tells you what you need to know about her in this moment. And also the graphic sensibility is very simple in this case, but it works really well. So we have high saturation, high contrast in order to draw our eye just across the 4 panels. And it took me a minute to notice this, but I just love the way Watterson played with font in this case in order to let me hear that robot voice. Again, back to the robot voice that we've already enjoyed. And then I feel the expressions in this one are so meaningful that the mom doesn't even open her eyes for the whole comic. She's just not amused. So file that into let's absorb Watterson, get that in our system, and then we are going to be off on our drawing adventure. So what we're going to do is follow. You're going to take something from your free write and any inspiration that's occurred to you, and you're going to draw your robot, basically showing off what it exists to do. And we're going to follow this structure. We're going to kind of establish the character, establish the setting, you know, what's happening, what are the needs, you know, and then the robot and the details of the robot and what they're there to do are going to be introduced. Then the robot will encounter some challenge. It might be a small challenge, it might be a big challenge, and then we'll have a reaction and a resolution. And this might be funny, or it might be serious. It's completely up to you. But this structure will allow us to have a bit of an arc no matter what we do. So that's it. So I think we'll draw for maybe 12 minutes, but we can see how, if we want to keep drawing, but 12 minutes seems good, and then we'll share. And I'm going to keep this up for a second, but then I will turn on my drawing cam and sort of talk you through what I'm doing as we go. Does that sound good, Tom? Are we?
It sounds good. Yeah. So that sort of boils down to 3 minutes per panel, which I just put in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I put the entire that 4-panel structure in the chat as well for people. So when you
All right,
move away from that, it'll be okay.
Okay, great. Do we want more time? What do you think? 4 minutes per panel, or?
I think the people would probably want more, but let's see how 3 goes, and then.
All right, we'll see how I'm doing with 3, and then we'll
that's
extend it a little bit if we, yeah.
Midjourney's already done with his. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming Midjourney is a guy.
I'm just going to turn on my drawing cam, so I can get started. But I'll leave this up for a second. Does that work?
Well, we mostly see the screen.
Yeah, I'll leave that up for a minute and then take it down once we've kind of gotten into it. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and establish my setting. What is my need? What do I want technology to help me with? Let's see. Personally, I feel like stress is the thing. That's the thing for me. Often caused by technology, ironically.
Is this still about the planes overhead?
Those have stopped, but I just feel lately like I have so many emails, right? It's like there's too many emails.
That movie Her, which comes up a lot nowadays, starts with that.
Oh yeah, starts with.
Yeah, have you seen
with
it?
the fighter jets or with? Yes,
No,
I've seen it many
emails.
times.
Yeah.
Oh God, someone being stressed about emails.
Well, I think that's the first task he assigns his operating systems to organize all his emails and then start answering.
Yeah. Are you someone who meticulously gets to their emails and deletes them and archives them, or do you just like let them?
Oh, I ignore a lot, and then yeah, I feel my life a little bit better when I was like, I'm ignoring that one. I'm ignoring that one. I'm ignoring that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, but you have to. Neil Gaiman said the same thing. He said at a certain point, he realized he was no longer a writer and he was somebody who answered emails. And at that point, he decided he was going to stop answering emails. So if Neil can do it.
Yeah, we can all do it. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, right?
I haven't been keeping track.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've established the stakes, the issue, and I'm going to move on.
Can we focus on your email?
Oh yeah, let's unshare.
Yeah, awesome.
And there we are. So there I am, stressed by the technology that just.
You've got a phone and a computer. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Sorry, I emailed a couple times today.
It's okay. That's the thing about emails is you just get more emails every time you send one. I have a cartoon that's like a snake eating its own tail, and it's just labeled emails. You know, like an Ouroboros. I never know how to say that word. Okay. All right, so moving on now to introducing the robot. What kind of robot? I mean, my robot is going to be just, visual metaphor for the kind of help I want. So I'll draw my robot how I always draw robots. Just nice big eyes with a little gleam in them. Cylindrical body. And I think this robot's going to have multiple arms because it's very helpful. All right, and then remember that to save time, I don't need to draw the whole character here because we already know where we are. So just draw like half myself. Okay. So my robot needs to introduce themselves. Rest spot. Activated. If I were better, I would have done this in that cool font, but this is just a draft. So I should have said that at the beginning, that this is This is more about storyboarding and getting the idea down. So I'm going to make a note to self, improve font. In right shoulder. Initiating massage sequence. Okay. And they're like pushing away all the stress, falling down the page. Okay. I'm ready to move to panel 3, where my robot is going to encounter some pushback or challenge. And I think I'm just gonna
Are you winging it? Do you have a plan?
I thought a little bit about this. I think I know where I want it to end up. But yeah, sometimes I just do these prompts without a plan, see what happens. So the pushback will be just basically generic, like I have too much work. I have too many. The secret is that I actually like emails. You know, it's nice to hear from people. That's the problem with technology and communication.
Sorry.
Is that an email?
It's a message of some kind. So many different kinds.
All right, we're at about 8 minutes, so you've got time if we want to, slow it down. I think it's all right. I'm going to think about my conclusion, and the thing that I'm thinking about is just that technology can't, or this question, can technology even handle technology? Like, technology creates complexity that we then use technology to handle, and will that, what's that going to result in? So that's kind of the conclusion I'm thinking about. So I think I want my robot to be confident in the third panel, and then in the fourth panel, things go differently. Things go poorly for the robot, but I still get my robot massage. It's kind of hard to draw, but doing my best. Robot's got to respond to all the things. Needs more arms. Overload. Back up. Needed. Robot can't handle it. That's my comic. Technology can't handle itself.
I think, yeah, your robot needs an assistant.
Yeah, my robot needs a robot assistant. So we can give people just maybe 2 or 3 more minutes to finish up whatever they've started.
Sure, they'll probably need that. Amy, can you raise your Zoom hand? Do you have a moment to do that? Let me see. Oh, actually, yeah, if you're on a different screen, maybe you have to do it when you come back. That's all right.
No, I can't. I'm on a chair. I'm just rolling across the room. Yeah. Well, I just want to say, even if you have just done the preliminary ideas for your robot story, I would love to see that. This is always intended to be just the place to start, and then you can continue on your own and share on Instagram and tag me. I would love to see things more closely.
Yeah, let's see what people came up with. Is anybody ready? I'm kind of ready, but this is the first time I went PG-13 instead of PG. So
what does that say about your relationship to machine?
Well, yeah. All right, we have Max Douglas coming in. Let's see, we have some other people. And we have Priya has put hers in the chat. Okay, so now is a good time, Amy, to raise that Zoom hand if you don't mind. We're gonna try.
I think I did, or maybe did it work? Let's see.
Oh, let's see.
No,
it'll probably lower it. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, I can start. So I'll unmute people and spotlight, and then we can take a look.
Awesome.
We'll start with Max. We'll go to Jennifer, and then Tony. Here we go.
Hello. So
hi.
I've got the idea of just doing a gag, and it's very quick scribbles. But I was thinking of the fellow who's currently in court for his cryptocurrency scam stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the curly hair and all that. So I was trying to make an icon out of him. So, hey guys, the new bot ready yet? How fast does it code? Will it help streamline workflow? And the guy's looking around and go, oh yeah, well, it'll streamline workflow, but it doesn't code, is the last gag, and it's a replacement for him.
Oh no.
So
that's awesome. Yeah, he didn't see that coming.
What happens?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing, going first. This is a quick sketch. Geez, so beautiful. I like the use of black.
Yeah, use that contrast really well. We'll go to Jennifer next. Thanks, Max.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice. Wow, beautiful.
Oh, okay,
color.
so set up, guy with leaf blower, me plugging my ears walking by, all the leaves in the neighbor's yard. Here comes the robot. And
what a cool looking robot.
Yeah, I tried hard. I'm sorry, it's a real stretch for me. I really am afraid of them. Okay, so here he comes. He's got all these arms, and of course I didn't have time to do other gadgets, but he's got them all, or she's got them all. It's got them all.
Or it, yeah.
It got them all. It's not a he or a she or an it or a they. It's just, I don't know what. And then, okay, so here's the here's the third one, if I understand that. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
well, what the?
Yeah,
Because, you know, obviously, like, what is he doing in my yard? Or whatever. I haven't figured that out. And then, oh, this is backwards. Is my writing backwards?
No,
Yeah.
no, we see it fine. Yeah, we see it fine.
See it fine. Okay. So then he goes, what does he say? He says, where did he get that cool gizmo?
Oh, he's impressed.
Yeah, he's really
tables have turned. Very nice. That's great. I just love the way you colored that robot creature. Like a mystical robot. Beautiful.
That was most fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jennifer. We'll go to Tona next, and then Anne, and then Walter.
Mute. It worked. I unmuted. Okay. I happen to have seen a thing on television about plastic and albatrosses, and parent albatrosses feeding baby albatrosses plastic because that's what they find. So this is the baby's going, mama, mama. Okay, this is all I could find. The robot is a large vacuum cleaner-esque creature that has many eyes and many tubes, and it's sucking up all the plastic factories and the lobbyists and all the plastic. But of course, the board members of the plastic factories are not happy, and they're saying death to, and they've given it an acronym, which is RTSUP. Robot to suck up plastic. And so they're going death to it. And then one of the vacuum cleaner hoses comes down and slurps them up.
Amazing.
It's the end.
That is a perfect conclusion.
And it goes slurp.
I like that perspective at the end. That was great. Very visceral.
Okay.
I think that's PG-13, but we'll allow it. Thank you.
Oh, you think?
That's awesome. No, it's
the slurp part. Okay.
Thank you, Tona. Thank you. Okay, we'll go
saying that because of Tom's PG-13 comment.
We'll go to Anne McGridd.
Oh, let me see. Oh my gosh. How do I get it all blurry?
I think it's under video settings.
Put it in front of your face.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah. Move a little closer.
Oh my God, I don't know how to get this setting off. Does anybody know?
It's under video, stop video, and then it's under
stop video, and then
the video settings. There's an arrow there, and you would find it.
Okay.
Like blur.
We jump to come back.
Right,
oh, there it goes. You got it.
So I got this idea from I actually saw a documentary about this factory that has all these little boxes, and they're robots on these tracks, and they go around getting groceries, kind of like what's in the Amazon factory. So I just kind of thought, what happens if like some of them stop working and one of them's kind of stuck in the middle? So I kind of shoved it.
They're so cute.
And then he's
gets these
little arms and he's going to crawl over to the next space. I don't know.
Yeah. That's very cute. That's sort of like the leader of the boxes right there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
We'll go to Walter next. Let's see.
So continuing on the anti-corporate theme, which I think you might get a bit of.
Yeah.
So here's the farmer talking to the robot. Sprinkler bot, the crops need water and nothing doing but this water belongs to Megacorp. Not so much. And then sprinkle, sprinkle, glug, glug.
Nice. Yeah, the robots are helping out.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Walter. It's Susanna next, and then I got Judith, Kayla, Catherine.
Hello. I think you're muted, Susanna.
Yes, Susanna, you're still muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So I did a Ruth Bader Ginsburg robot that defends me from scope creep, gaslighters, and gaslighters with deletions and dissents. And only just started to paint it in. So you can't really see the outline, but I'm trying to make the color, and she has a balance scale. And I just put one, I put my 2 cats in each of the balance scales because they're
love it.
But you know,
the glasses are great.
The glasses were actually fine. I started drafting this image when you asked us to do the warm up, and so I just put them there. But for the first thing, the stakes, I just had all these different stick figures saying things like, what is it that you're doing during the day exactly? And you don't get paid, it's exposure. And you are too creative for this job. And so what? I have to wake up to go to the bathroom 5 times a night as well. And my workshop includes with the opportunity to pay for my white paper with the advice you need to earn more money. And then I introduced the robot, and these are just sort of sketches. I'm just trying not to have all my watercolors drizzle, but my superpower, descent. And then it's something, exposure is private enterprise. And then that's all as far as I got.
Wow, great start. I love the descent superpower. That's a great way of framing descent. I like that these robots are becoming kind of superheroes too. Thank you so much, Susanna.
Thanks.
Go to Judith, and then Michaela and Catherine. Here we go.
Hi, Judith. Great to see you. One of my superstar patrons.
I apologize for being in my pajamas. It's 3 a.m. here. So, okay. This, I hope you can see this. So this is, I think I'm misspelling things. I'm saying something unacceptable. And the person I'm scolding is very confused. I think I'm complaining that he always has his headphones on. And I leave the awkward situation, slamming the door. And then the robot comes in and erases his memory of what I said.
That's great. Wow.
And I am have no stress because I'm relieved from any response and any responsibility. And what did I say? No, I'm free from responsibility for what I said. And there we go.
Wow, I really relate to that and wish I had that robot.
Well, in the writing prompt, I said, I wish that AI could go back and change what we said in the past and change people's memories of what we said so that it's...
Yeah, so interesting. Wow, I'm excited for you to read my book, Judith.
I'm looking
so interesting. Yeah. That's great. I also like the way that robot was kind of outside of the panel. Creative way. That was very cool.
Actually, and I had the robot's nose is long to show that they're lying, actually.
Interesting.
People like that robot. Judith.
Very cool.
Okay, we're good at Michaela. There you
go. I have a almost wordless comic. It's a well, you can see it. It's a robot that's cleaning, doing laundry, and then it sees another robot and falls in love, and then it escapes.
Aww.
You can see it. Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you. That's a great workshop.
Thank you so much. I love the design of that robot. I love how much animation I get from it, even though it's pretty, mechanical.
It's easier for me to draw circles. I'm not good at square shapes, boxy shapes.
Very cute. Very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Catherine next, and then Marlene, and then Alun, and then Kama. Here we go. Thanks.
Okay, I have a dog. I've had a dog as of 3 months. So this is a robot I would like to take care of some things for me. So
Wow.
Is it backwards?
Nope, we see it fine. It's beautiful.
Okay. So yeah. So that's it.
All right. So yes, it's a daily thing. Sometimes twice daily. You will use little bags. Does not compute, will not compute, my son.
Okay. That's
wow, I just love the slumped head of the robot. It's so expressive and evocative. Amazing. Catherine is also one of my superstar Patreon students. And it's great to see you, Catherine. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello. Ooh.
Hello. Yeah, mine is a little bit different.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
And I call it the iconic training. So everything is robotic in my, excuse me. Everything is robotic except for the young man cleaning up the corridors.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's got a dream to replace himself in the future because he's working on a big project at home, doing, building another robot himself. And he's got a friend, Gobo, that he meets after work that teaches him what to do in the office at Iconic. Is there an echo or not?
Very subtle. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. And so, once he's made up his mind to complete his project, he follows his dream and thinks he's going to ask the manager for a position to work in the office and use the robotic mechanism at home to replace him. And so I think while we are a bit skeptical of robots, they can do some wonders and make our life a bit easier. So yeah, thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
For letting me share.
Thank you for that beautiful drawing. It seems like, there's a larger story there. Maybe we'll get to see more of it one day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so I usually do mine on my computer, so can I share my screen or?
Tom, you're muted. Tom, are we allowed to share?
Oh, I'm muted. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why that was happening. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay. So here's mine.
Nice.
Let's get that out of the way. So yes, trust me, D1L is the most sophisticated translation robot ever. It does things no other translation robot has done, but they should. Hello, D1L. I have a poem by the ancient Chinese poet Du Fu. Can you translate them? Okay, should be it. Well, into modern English, should have proofread the text. Absolutely. I can translate freely between 712 different languages. However, while my translation may get across the literal meaning of the words, it may not capture subtle connotations and imagery and may fail to reproduce the lyrical features of the verse. You may be better off using an artistically talented human to translate poetry. I thought you said this robot did things no other translation robot has done. It does. It honestly admits its limitations.
That's awesome. I love that. That's a really great twist on what we're expecting. It's talent to be. Its talent is honesty. That's great.
Thanks, Alun. Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Go to Kama next. Kama, I've got yours in the Dropbox. Do you want to share it manually or should I pull it?
That would be easier, I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I've got you spotlighted and I'll share my screen. Here it is. And you can walk us through it. Can we see it?
Yeah, I was trying to, thank you. I was trying to come up with this idea of what can robots do to us, and then we might have to fix them too. So I created a cure for COVID. Perfect. We're grateful. X57IO, and he blushes. Achoo! It's a computer virus, or a robot virus, I should have said.
I think computer virus works. That's great. I like, AI was very pivotal in helping come up with the COVID vaccine. So this is a very honest cartoon in its way.
I also like how robots can help humans, but humans will always try and hack them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll go to Teresa next, then Linda, then Jackie.
Hi. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I guess I'll start with the first thing. I'm at a window, so it's quite all right. So
we can see.
It's a robot at a woman's door, and she
I think
says,
if you just move back,
move
yourself back a bit. Now we can see the first panel very well. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
What do you want? And this is like, greetings, human woman. I have come to express my love for you.
The eyes, so great.
Okay, sorry. Just trying to figure out how to.
Where you had it before, it was working pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, she says, piss off, you bucket of bolts. It'll never work.
Nice insult.
I think he's crying and he says, is it because I'm non-binary?
No, he's a non-binary robot. Yeah, those ones and zeros are just, he transcends the ones and zeros. I love that robot drawing. It's so cuddly and lovable. I'm sorry that she doesn't love him back.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Hello. I was thinking about the statistics that show that women make less than men on the dollar, and that they come home and they do more of the homework. So my robot starts off, you come home and say, honey, I'm home, and bring flowers. And the robot's happy because the flowers are delicious. Note the cool robot font.
Yes,
thank you, looks delicious.
You did it.
And the martini. So we've got that, and she's got a broom too. So she's doing all the housework for you. And then you're eating delicious dinner. And it says something that I can't read anymore because it's backwards. With you doing all the meal prep, I just don't know what I'm going to do with all my free time anymore. Let's dance. So there's all the food, and we're just going to have a good time. It would be great if people had more free time to dance and enjoy themselves and connect. Yes.
I totally agree. I love it. That's great. That's my vision of the future also. Thank you for sharing. Tom, do we want to maybe do the raffle now, and then we can stick around for people who want to share? I'm happy to stick around.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
I think a little, let's spotlight you for a second. Sure.
Yeah. Should we take a raffle break and then whoever else wants to share, I would love to.
We have 5
for
more. I
a
think
bit.
we should put it to that 5 after the raffle. You know what I'd like to do though?
Yeah.
Can you hold up the book for a moment and walk us through it real quick so people know what we're talking about?
Well, the first thing I want to do, just because this is fun and I want to hang out with people more, is link you to my Patreon. If you want to keep taking classes with me, I do once a month classes on my Patreon. So that's in the chat. Okay. So now the book. This is the book. It took me 7 years to write. I said a bit about it at the beginning, but it's a family memoir about this chat bot that my father built from my grandfather's saved writing. And it's also a memoir about love and relationships and identity. And it took a long time, and it has cat end papers because my father collects cat figurines. And these are all the cat figurines from his collection. And I just spent a long time working with like real artifacts from my life and from my family's life. And it's just full bleeds. Full bleeds. I'm excited about the full bleeds. And it's got a big appendix with lots of ideas in it about sort of the things I was thinking about philosophically and historically as I was working on it. So it's it's heavy. It's like probably like a pound or two. It's cool.
It's an intense.
And the cover's
book.
nice. Yeah. And Tom has seen it. And yeah.
It's great. And it's so full of it's so full of history and ideas about the future and interesting personalities and really interesting cartooning. And I mean, by that I mean like page layouts are really they're really engrossing. Anyway, great. So
thank you, Tom.
Oh, sure. If you don't want a copy of the book, get out of here. If you
oh God.
If you want to win a copy of the book, we are going to do a raffle. We have Amy has, or her publisher, I'm not sure, has generously donated 4 copies. We are going to do, I have to share my screen to do this. So I'm going to
I'll put a link also for just the book in the chat for, you know, people who don't win, you can check it out.
I'm going to spotlight. So we have currently 66 participants. Amy and I are not allowed to win. So, and here, I'm going to share my entire screen. The last time you'll see behind the screen and everything. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to use this spinning thing. But we also have, wait, I got to close out some other windows, y'all. There we go. We also have our robot ready to, I'm going to close that out. Okay. And ready. Okay. There's our robot. Here we go. How do I do this? Oh yeah. And I'm going to pop up. You're not going to see, right? Uh-oh. I don't let you see. Oh, wait, I don't know how to do this without you seeing. All right, hold on. So somebody's
it's the thought that counts, you know.
Who can I speak? Congratulations, number
34.
You have a copy of Amy Kurzweil's book, Artificial. I've read this book many times and can attest it has numerous interesting characters, even some of whom are human. You will like it.
Okay. So we have to count to 34. I'll let somebody do that. Oh, wait, also, the robot has this to say.
Please send your mailing address to the SAW email to receive your copy of this excellent book.
All right, 3 more times, but it won't make us go through that entire.
Should I be counting, or do we have someone else in the room who's counting?
Sure, Amy, if you don't, somebody.
Okay, I'll count. I'll count from the top.
Okay, let's see, can I close that out? All right, here we go. Remove choice, spin again.
I see the winner is Jenna Luna. Woo!
For the first one, okay.
Congratulations, number
59.
You have won a copy of Amy Kurzweil's book, Artificial.
Please send your mailing address. Okay, et cetera, et cetera. Wait, there we go.
Please send your mailing address to the SAW email to receive your copy of this excellent book.
Okay. So, 2 more times, huh?
59, you said?
Yeah, 59.
Visan. Woo! I hope this is not a high number.
Sorry.
Congratulations, number 60.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Amy Kurzweil's book, Artificial. Please
60?
send your mailing address to the SAW email to receive your copy of this excellent book.
Victoria Thorne.
All right, 1 more.
You said 660, right?
Right, that's right.
Victoria.
Our last one.
Visan. All right, Victoria Thorne. Sorry if I'm saying your name. Oh, I spelled your name wrong. Forgive me.
Our last one.
Congratulations, number 33. You have won a copy of Amy Kurzweil's book, Artificial. Please send your mailing address to the SAW email to receive your copy of this excellent book.
33 is Jeb.
Okay, so all right. So somebody, I assume that you've handled that in the chat. Yay, okay, you have. Great, thank you. And,
so we've got the winners are Jenna Luna, Visan, Victoria Thorne, and Jeb.
And I've just put the email address. You can email us there, send us your mailing address. That's the best way. I think if you did it in the chat, we would probably lose track of it. And we will get that to you. I'll remove my spotlight. We will put...
Very, very well done. We did it.
Amy, thank you. What a generous thing that you've done there. And all the numbers, they were like 59, 60, 33. And what was the first one? It was 30 something also.
34.
Right?
Yeah, that was.
If I was at like bingo
patterns,
complaining that like this is rigged.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do our last 5 and.
Okay.
And anyone else who needs to take off, I just want to say thank you so much. This was really, really fun. You can find me on the internet. I hope you will post your comics, and great to be here. So thanks.
Yeah, we love to see those shared Instagram and stuff. I'm going to put that in the chat again. Anyway, we'll start with Jackie, go to Eli, Michael, a couple others. Jackie, there you go.
All right.
Oh,
so here's mine. It has a little bit of a nod to the workshop that you did on AI a few weeks ago, Tom. But it's an unsuspecting human, and I'm in a coffee shop knitting. Hey, baby, I am here to take that burdensome knitting off your hands, nay, all arts and crafts. But I like arts and crafts. Oh, crap. Now I can't make now I can't make artists and writers obsolete. My secret plan is ruined. It's only a secret if you don't tell anybody. Boing says, yeah, you lose my place. So the robot kind of has a meltdown.
That's great. I love it. I love the robot that just has to tell everyone what it wants and thinks, and can't get away with anything.
Yeah.
Jackie,
that's
thanks.
great. Transparency. I feel like this is a cartoon in the name of transparency, which I approve of. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jackie.
Hi. My precious puppy was sleeping perfectly through all of this, and just now he woke up. So we'll see if I can get through this without him chewing up the computer. So it starts with a crowd. I'm a gardener. My fingernails are super dirty. A crowd saying, we're so poor and hungry. Please, will you share the fruits of our labor? And then levitating above this huge pile of money is a billionaire, and he just says no. And then we're introduced to the billionaire blaster 1000, because I couldn't fit more zeros on there. And he is detecting. And then he, wow, that's really hard to read backwards. So he's sort of shorting out a little bit because there's too many billionaires. And he's going to have to like shift into high gear. And I would have liked to have figured out a way to make garbage disposal kind of grinding noises while he sorts through all of these billionaires and all of their chunks of gold. And then he shoots the gold out of his little orifice here and sprinkles it upon the masses, who are also happy to have their own little pieces of gold.
Nice.
The puppy stayed asleep, so hooray.
That's great. I love that the gold is like a celebratory confetti. I'm getting a confetti vibe, which is fun and celebratory, and nice use of contrast. Looks great.
Awesome. Thanks, Eli.
Thanks so much.
Okay, gonna go to Michael, Edgar, Stacy, Mishka.
So
Hi, Michael.
Apologies if I start crying. I had to euthanize my dog today, and the thought that occurred to me was I wish I had Data's emotion chip that I could turn off. So
wow, beautiful.
Aww.
Oh,
so sad.
Yeah, it's the silence is so powerful. The way it speaks to the sort of desire for not to feel, which is, yeah. I'm sorry about your dog. That's so challenging.
Thank you.
But I'm glad you could be with us to draw that beautiful piece. Thank you so much
for making it, Michael. We've seen that dog a lot on these. We'll go to Edgar next. Edgar, can you unmute? Let me see. I think you're muted. Are you able to unmute? Let me try and give you that permission.
There we go. It worked. Hey, listen, Amy, thank you and Tom for this opportunity. I'm a fan of old-time radio programs and also old television shows, many of whom no longer exist, except the signals are still traveling through space. So here's what I've done. Let me bring it down here. In the first panel, we have mad scientist Edgar III sending out a command to the FOTR robot, and FOTR stands for Friends of Old Time Radio, which was an organization. FOTR robot, go out into space to capture all radio and television signals from the past to preserve all lost shows. So now we see old radio and TV signals moving past the Milky Way. For example, here's a signal that says, "No, Lucy, you can't be in my band. But Ricky, wah!" And the other signal says, "Hello, folks. This is Jack Benny." Anyway, the FOTR robot with his little arms that gather signals saying, "Oh no, the people on Alpha Centauri are capturing all the signals for themselves." So we go down to two typical citizens from Alpha Centauri, and one says, "That Lucy and Ricky crack me up." And you see the television, the Alpha Centauri television, "No, Lucy, wah!" And then you see the other individual saying, "I prefer the radio feud between Jack Benny and Fred Allen." Fans on Alpha Centauri watching or listening. And then we find with the big question, will the FOTR robot save radio and TV for Earthlings? So thank you.
Thank you. This is great. This is an epic that we're going to have to check in with in the future. What's going to happen?
I'll do my best.
Very cool. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
you
Edward.
Bet. Absolutely.
Hello. Hi. Thanks,
Hi.
Tom. Thanks, Amy. So my in our brainstorming, pretty much always come back to would love something that could do my work for me because I find it awfully boring. So it's mine. Oh my God, this is so boring. And the robot's saying, "I can do it for you, and you can do the cleaning." And I think I'd probably prefer no thanks, I'm good. The ironic thing is great. AI is taking over my work, so in industry to soon be not existent.
And then you will get to do more cleaning for your
hopefully
robot.
hopefully more comic-y.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. What a beautifully drawn. Also, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stacy. I think we are just going to try and squeeze in 4 more really fast, Amy. Will that be all right?
Yes.
I think Mishka, Jenna, Nancy, and Jamie. Okay, that'll be our list.
That was awesome, Stacy. Can I share too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second to adjust.
It took me a couple of minutes to come up with something because I don't like the like the robots are taking over things, so mine's a little silly. All right, so this is a couple of robots talking. Ooh, what's that? Life. I'm gonna send it all over the universe. Oh my God, are you out of your silicon mind? It'll be fine. You'll kill us all. And then many billions of years later, you wonder why. Why?
Oh. Wow, I just love like the zoom in, the zoom out and zoom ins, and there's something very epic about the way it moves.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Love it. Thanks, Mishka.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay. Anna next. Here we go.
Hey, I'm so excited I get a copy of your book, Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, I am a novice, but I was trying to show, I don't know if you can see this well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
we can see.
Yeah, okay. Cholera treatment, like a medical tent setup situation. And then the robot is saying, ready to diagnose and treat, and super assertive. It's like a robot doctor. And then, yeah, there's just like a huge line of people waiting to see the robot doctor, and the robot's thinking, I only have enough supplies for 10 people. And then the robot's like, I really wasn't prepared for this reality.
Yeah. Even the robot can't handle the need. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
That's
Jenna.
great. Thank you so much.
Go to Nancy and then Jamie. Nancy, you should be able to unmute. There.
Okay. Let's see. All right.
Nice.
So I'm doing laundry and it's overwhelming. And I get a robot to help me so that I have more time to text and drink coffee. And I'm watching television and reading a book, and the robot's folding. But in the meantime, the Roomba comes zipping in and trips the robot, and then everything's all over the place.
A little domestic chaos with the robots. Beautiful. Those were really, really nice little touches of black in those comics. Very nicely crafted. Thank you.
I thought of that simple complication that the robots are going to trip each other up.
It happens.
All right, Jamie, we'll close this out.
Oh
yeah.
It's only pencil because I got in late, but I did the best I could. And so I'm guessing at what the assignment was, but I heard he needs a power. So my guy he's on it. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, wait. Can you see it? Is it too bright? Oh, God, this stupid light.
Can you go to your left?
Like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I don't know if you want to read it, Tom. I never did that before. Maybe I can read it.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. He says my power is unflinching truth and also endless generosity. After I help you, I will help all the other junk food loving fats. But that should come. You're supposed to read that after you read this part. So he says, you're fat and lazy and scared and clearly need some help. So I have created a program where I do the exercise and the pounds melt from your body. The energy and power I expend on this endless treadmill will be transferred to you. So you will finally have the confidence to create consistently and share with the people you no longer fear. And there I am loving it because the pounds are melting away and my robot's kind of hot. All right, thanks. That's all I got.
Wow, what a genius idea that someone else can do the physical work for you and it affects your body. That's great. I hope that exists in the future.
One day, yeah, I'm praying. I'm still praying. Thank you. This is so fun.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have seen you again. Amy, thank you.
Well, Tom, can we see yours before we say goodbye?
Oh, well, like I said, it's PG-13, but
oh, okay.
No, I will. We'll see. Where is it?
Right.
I tell people not to apologize, but I always apologize because I'm also texting at the same time, or chatting. Let me see if I can spotlight myself. But since you asked,
I got you.
Oh, thanks.
I got you.
Let's see. And I'll do the same thing everyone does. Is this backwards? Anyway, so it's three guys and they're like sigh, bored, yawn, stretch, and they're watching some sort of screen. And then it says, Okay, little group of guys, how are my group of guys doing? You are the greatest group. And they're like, we're okay. Yay, it's Sasbo. Hi, Sasbo. All right, that's the name of the room. Then it's panel 3 is, you, my pals, I now give you my accolades. You are the best guys ever. Oh, you say that every day. Yeah, that's panel 3. And then panel 4 says, yeah, but today I brought 20th Century Dirty magazines. And then it says, oh, yay, gimme. That's the
I love it. I love that style. I love that scratchy little, it's like little boy comic style. It's great.
Well, you made me show that.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Well,
thank you, Tom.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we got to celebrate your book. Hold it up one last time and really fast, maybe put in the chat if it's easy where to get it. Otherwise, I'll just tell people to go to your website, which I did just put in the chat.
There.
And congratulations. And I hope that you are like the expert on AI for the next few months or weeks. And that'll get you lots of great interviews, and then you can sell 1 million copies.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope. And keep drawing the robots that you like and share them with me on Instagram whenever you draw them. I would love to see them.
Yeah, you know, let me take 1 second to just thank you for saying like, let's try and envision a positive, you know, because everyone is so full of fear and I stoke it a lot. So thanks for the positivity here, and we really appreciate it. And you got so many crazy, great stories, little epics and all sorts of things. So thank you so much. And everybody, unmute yourself, and so we can say thank you to Amy and send her off to Fleet Week. So it's still probably daylight there. Everybody, can you unmute yourself?
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Give me one last email.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Good to see you, Amy.
Thank you, everyone.